Hey y'all, let's put together a potato salad. Want to? I'm going to put together the dressing first so it can kind of get to being acquainted with itself, as Mimi says. Now, I'm not going to measure my mayonnaise, and I've gone off the reservation. We're going through a bottle of Blue Plate, and I like it too. I'm going to eyeball about 1 cup of mayonnaise, and if you would like to measure that, you certainly can, but I'm going to go about 1 cup, give or take. And I'm going to measure the lemon juice. And fresh would have been better. Let's see if I, yes, I got that lid off that time. You never know about these things. Now, this is not one that has mustard in it. Yellow mustard, prepared mustard. But if you like that, just add a little mustard and taste it. And add a little more and taste it until it tastes right to you. And there you'll have your mustard potato salad. And what you could do, let's see, how much of this do I want to use? I think I want to use about a scant teaspoon. But if you had, half of your family like the mayonnaise and half of them like the mustard, you could just make it, take half of it, put it over here, add some mustard to the rest of it, and call it a day. Don't have to make it so hard on yourself, y'all. And there's not just, someone use about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Potato salad is one of those things that I think we get kind of caught up on because we don't know exactly. Y'all, it's not rocket science. It really is not. Now this is dry mustard, and I'm going to use, the recipe called for about 1.5 teaspoons, and today I am going to use about 1 teaspoon, and then we'll taste it and we'll see what we think. If you don't like any of the ingredients in potato salad, and when you make it at home, you can leave it out. That is the best thing about doing our home cooking. All right, let's just get all this mayonnaise off of here. And let's see, you layer right there. Now, we'll just get this all mixed up really well. And I'm making a mess already. You want to put this in a blender, a food processor, or something like that, you could. And I'm not going to today because I've already got this out and got it dirty. So let me go ahead and just get this all mixed around. Okay. It's getting really smooth, and I didn't even have to get out the power tools. Okay. Alrighty, y'all just hang tight, and I'm going to do a switcheroo, and I'm going to get rid of all this stuff and get our potatoes over here, and then we'll get to it. So, see you right back in just a minute. Okay, I picked up a package of these little bitty potatoes, about like this. They'd be great in roast and things like that. And I washed them, put them in a Dutch oven, covered them with water, brought them to a bowl, let them sit there until they cooked, until they were tender all the way plumb, and then I cut them up into bite-sized pieces. Now, a lot of people like the potato salad to be really mashed, and if that's what you like, that's what you do. Some people, and I saw Nan the other day made a potato salad, and she had cooked them, smashed them, and then baked them, and then made her potato salad. Yum. There's so many variants that you can do. Now, I did taste of our dressing, and whenever I use Duke's, it's perfect. My taste buds tell me with the Blue Plate, I need to add about a tablespoon of sugar, and we're going to see how that is. And now, I'm not saying Duke's is sweet. I'm just saying that this one is just a little bit more tangy, and that sugar is going to calm it down somewhat. Okay, now to this, I am going to add, where did it go? Here it is. if it had been a snake. Okay, I cooked in the oven 6 pieces of bacon. I took a cookie sheet. I put a piece of parchment paper on top of it. I put 6 pieces of bacon on it, put it in the oven, turned the oven on 400, and it took probably about 25 minutes, and then they were done. And it didn't pop. When you cook it like that, I've noticed that it doesn't pop as bad as if you, I just don't like cooking in the microwave. It's just it's not my favorite way to do it. All right, let me get y'all over here where I can kind of get at what I've got going on. Okay, so I've got 1 rib of celery that I have washed and chopped up. If you have people that don't like celery, leave it large so they can pick it out. And then I have sweet pickles, and and you could use, if you want to use relish, you could use relish. I just chop these sweet pickles up. If you like dill, use dill. Now, in my recipe, I have a coleslaw, not coleslaw, yeah, there's coleslaw, but I have the, what am I making? I've got potato salad in both of them. This is kind of a variation and a marriage of both of them put together. So it's not rocket science. One of my recipes calls for green onion. The other one doesn't call for any onion at all. Today, I think I want some onion. I went out to cut off some green onion, and all of my green onions are graveyard dead. I have no idea what happened to them. So I chopped up about, just a little bit of some red onion, and I think it looks like I absolutely chopped up too much. So I'm going to use, that's a little scant 4th cup. That looks like it'll be fine. All right. Now we're going to mix this up, and you see I have an egg right here. I'm going to put that on top for pretty. Okay, and then we're going to do something fun with those other little eggs over there. I'm going to give this just a toss. Okay, now let's take this dressing. Let me get my popsicle stick. Let me do what we usually do. Oh yeah, that sugar calmed it right down. So let's just pour this over the top. Then we'll mix it and kind of get it incorporated. Every little bit, as much as possible, out of there. Okay, there we go. All right, let's just mix it with this one. I never know if I want a wooden spoon or if I want a spatula. I don't never know. It's us women. We like to change our minds, don't we? We sure do. Okay, well, let's do something fun here. I've never done this before, but I've seen people do it. So now that's got all mixed up. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Got 2 boiled eggs. I put them in a pot and put it on the stove, brought it to a boil, put the lid on it, let it sit there about, 20 minutes. I went out to play with the chickens. Okay, so here's what I was thinking I'll do. Put it on a drying cookie sheet, cooler thing, and you smash it, because when you start cooking, you always wash your hands. So just smash her in there. Hey, looky, that works slicker than anything. Get this other one. And then, especially if you're doing a lot of stuff and you've got little ones in the kitchen and they always want to help, this is a good way that they can help, and then they have not cut themselves with a knife. But everybody needs to learn how to use one of those things. So, okay. See how I'll try to show with the camera. See, it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, get that all mixed around in there. Now, one thing you can do, and we talked about this on the slaw video that I posted yesterday, and if you haven't seen it, scroll back when you're done with this one. You can store this in a Ziploc bag. I don't put things that are hot in plastic. This is room temperature, so I'm not as concerned. But you can put this in here, put it in an ice chest with an ice block, take it to wherever you're going, potluck, boat, whatever, and you've got your potato salad. And you always also bring your bowl. So if you're going to a potluck, you just put it in the bowl. You can decorate the top of it ever how you want to. So that if you're in the boat, you pull out the potato salad, y'all can eat, you can put it back in the boat, and it stays fresh, because we don't want the mayonnaise going bad. Anyway, I'm just going to put that in this pretty dish here. And I will put a link on how to order my cookbook, because from now until the Tuesday around noon after Memorial Day, free shipping on both of my cookbooks. And if you want to send a check, you can send a check it's $25 per cookbook. I'm saving you $5 on the shipping. That's because me and my chickens, we love you and we want you to have a good cookbook. So anyway, you post office box 1 5. Okay, I've got that because this has got to get this right. Post office box 154, Higden, Hidgen, Arkansas 72067. Or you go to kimmysouthern.cooking.com, and there you can scroll and you can find both of my cookbooks. And I put the code in there so you don't have to, and it'll be free shipping. Just decorate this right around here. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh boy. Okay, there we go. I did not bring a fork. Oh. Yeah. That is good. That is good. Okay. Gonna clean my mess up. I'm going back out and play with the chickens. And I'll put the links and everything up there. You can just push more and open it up and click on the links, and there'll be the address. And I'll put the recipe here typed out. So I'll see you next time. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all. Go do something fun.